hold on to your vinyl. It's Prog Hat.
I plan before the end of the month to do a couple of videos before December ends and we enter into 2025. Boy, did that go by fast. For someone old like me, a couple of videos that I want to try to squeeze into. I still want to do the cassette tag video that was hosted by Tony 2 from the Trunk, and a video of my favorite purchases, which includes new releases and reissues, things that I like that I picked up in the year 2024. Hello folks, welcome back to the Prog Hat channel. Yes, prog still happens here. I do. I've probably been a while since I've shown a lot of prog stuff that I picked up, but it's still my favorite genre. Thank you for being here. I just want to show some records that I picked up during the month of December. They're used records and I'd like to share them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. 1969 was the year when the Byrds released Dr. Byrds and Mr. Hyde, one of my favorite albums. This was marked down to like $2.99 plus tax, and I had to get this record. I really love this record. I've never owned it on vinyl, so I found this really nice vintage ringwear edition, but the record is in really nice shape. I'll show that real quickly here. The 2i Columbia album, released 1969. I love this album. It's dark, it's psychedelic, but yet it has some country western on it. All those flavors that I like. I like when the Byrds do a version of a Bob Dylan song, and on this one they do one of my favorites, This Wheels on Fire, followed by Old Blue, Child of the Universe, and Nashville West. This is the album. Around this time, Graham Parsons and I believe Roger McGuinn left the group. But there's also side 2, which has some this really neat medley, which begins with Mike Back Pages, right into BJ Blues and Baby, What Do You Want Me to Do? 1969, one of my favorite records. This next one, 1980, and I remember getting into this band when their album, let me back it up here, High and Dry came out. And I was so excited to find out in my high school years that they had an album before it called On Through the Night. 1980, I found this really nice copy of On Through the Night by Def Leppard. It's interesting, the album High and Dry has a song called On Through the Night, so don't know why it wasn't on here. Who knows the story behind why that happens? But there's a prog connection. Yes, there is. On the track, When the Walls Come Tumbling Down, there's a spoken voice. That's Dave Cousins of the Strawbs. That's right, the folk progressive band, the Strawbs, does that intro. I love that song and Overture, Sorrow of a Woman, Rock Brigade, Answer to the Master. They're some of my favorites. And at that time had a young Pete Willis, who later, I think maybe he is on Through the Night. I don't remember. I don't own that record, but the first at least 4 or 5 Def Leppard albums are my favorite. And so with that, we enter, and I forget the year now of this album, but it's Deep Purple, and I believe this is the album before Burn and after Machine Head. This is Who Do We Think We Are? I found a very nice copy. Now the cover is a little worn. It's not as bright as I've seen some. And we got some of this going on down here. But the record itself, it's gatefold. Let me show that real quick. And it's one of my favorite albums by theirs. It's hard rock, blues rock. And found it on that real cool label. I like the old school looking dark green Warner Brothers label. A lot of these sound good. The dark green Warner Brother record. That's just my opinion. And the music is good. This just has some of my favorites on here. Of course, the big hit Woman from Tokyo. I also like Rat Bat Blue, Smooth Dancer, Mary Long. I was really happy about finding that. Next, we're moving on to an album that came out. Let me see here if I can even find it. I forgot what year. Another album that came out 1979. And that's Frank Zappa's Orchestra Favorites. I had a copy of Zappa in New York, which I plan to still get that album. But on side 4 of that album, it did that where, you know, it sticks and kept repeating and repeating. So I had to return it. I was disappointed. So I went and exchanged it for this for the same price. I've never owned this album, but I know it's instrumental. This was recorded or taken from a show at the Royce Hall on the UCLA campus. Strictly Gentle, if I said that correctly, is on here, which is was something that a tune that appeared on 200 Motels. I haven't got a chance to listen to this, but I don't think I'll be disappointed. I am a Zappa fan. He is one of my heroes. And so there you have it, folks. We'll find out. And the last record I have to show is a concept album, not prog. But I've always been a fan of the albums that the Kinks released on the RCA record label. Those are some of my favorite albums. I love that period. And this concept album that they did is the Kinks present a soap opera. Now, this is not the gatefold. There is a gatefold cover. This is a much later press, but that's okay. I just love this album. I love the songs on here. You know, it's interesting. I could see where this could also fall, not only just rock and roll, but glam rock. Everybody's a Star Maker was how it appeared on TV. When this was aired on TV, it was broadcast under that title, Star Maker, featuring who do you think? Well, no other than Ray Davies. And it appeared on TV. I've seen clips of it, and I like what I saw. But I really like a lot of the songs, probably the whole album. But just to name some of my favorites are Rush Hour Blues, Under the Neon Sign is a favorite, Holiday Romance, which was a single, Ducks on the Wall, A Face in the Crowd, You Can't Stop the Music was another single. Apparently it had 4 singles released from what I remember. I don't own them, but plan to one day add them, get them. But the record was in really nice shape. Of course, it's that famous dog listening to the record player RCA label. Really, really good shape. I was glad to have it. I've been trying to locate and find some of these RCA albums. I do have Schoolboys in Disgrace, but I don't have the album cover. So I must have bought it just like that. But I guess I could make my own version of an album cover of that. But hopefully I can find that. And there's a few other RCA ones that I'm looking for. And I'm really having a hard time putting this concept album back into the sleeve there. But yeah, folks, those are my finds for the month of December. I hope you will enjoy them. Please leave a comment, hit that thumbs up, and I hope everyone had having a great holiday. We'll see you soon, and somewhere will appear another video of mine to check out. Thank you. Take care.